So I opted to use, for this particular piece, the same T-molding back because it's in good shape. Use this rubber mallet, tap it back in. And that'll do it for that piece. Now you can see now the way I cut the decal, and with the T-molding back, it's a nice clean straight line all the way down with the T-molding. If I didn't take this off, I would not have been able to cut this clean the way I did. Okay, so for the other vertical on the lower, this was damaged here, you could see. So I'm going to make a new one. And I have it right here. So I'm just going to measure this. A little extra won't hurt. Like so. And we're going to install this. So this top edge, I got to make sure that this is nice and straight. Alright, so see, looks good. That is going to mount right on this edge. We're going to get this in here flush, like so. And then we will tap it in place. Just tap it in. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Looks like they cut that. They didn't go that far down with the groove. So I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit. I knew I gave myself a little extra anyway. Okay, so here's the aluminum angle iron, and this is measuring 1 inch. So that is going to go on the bottom here. So now we're cutting it to length. It's going to be 34 1/8. This is going to be primed with an etching primer, and then it's going to be sprayed black, the same black as that, and it's going to go down on both sides. Okay, so here we are in my booth, and I'm actually going to be painting these. We have these countersunk. This is actually going to screw to the bottom of the arcade like that. I have them on this crate here, and we're going to spray. Right now I'm going to use a primer. I'll show you here. This is called a self-etching primer. This is for bare metal and aluminum. You can't just paint on the aluminum itself. So I'm gonna put 2 coats of this. This is just an aerosol can. That's gonna get, now what I'm also doing is I'm using a prep solvent first to clean this, and then rubbing alcohol after that. And the prep solvent is gonna get any oils and things from your hands, any contaminations. And then the then the alcohol will get any residue that the prep solvent left. That will clean that off. So that will be, once I spray this etching primer on here, I won't have to sand it again. And we did actually use a scuff pad, a 3M Scotch-Rite pad, to sand this surface a little bit. And then once this dries, I believe an hour. I've only used it 100 times, but I'm drawing a blank right now. And then we will spray the paint. Okay, so now these panels are hung up. I'm actually hanging them on this chain that I have in my booth. And the reason I want to hang them is because this edge right here, on both sides, I want painted. Now I'm not going to worry about painting the back side in here because that'll be up against the machine. But I want this side, and then these edges painted. Otherwise you'll see that silver lip. So get ready to spray the primer now. Okay, we're at my mixing station, and this is the paint system I use. It's called Matthews. It's an acrylic polyurethane. I have this whole system here, and basically through the computer I can match Pantones, I can match regular house paints, I can match vinyls. There's a lot of different things that I can match. And then I have this scale, and based on the colors it goes by weight. You can see right here, see I put 555 and then 16, so it goes by weight scale. See, as I push this down it goes up, so that's how it matches the color. So I can be pinpoint accurate to any kind of color I want. In this particular case, we're just using black, but this is a satin, it's not high gloss. All right, now coming in here, I primed these yesterday. I didn't get to paint them. If I would have painted them the same day, I would not have had to scuff this, but I didn't. I got tied up and I wasn't able to, so now I'm gonna have to do a real light scuff with that before I spray them. Okay, you can see now that the black paint has been done. You see the sheen on there, it's a nice satin finish. And these are ready to be applied. Alright, so here we have the machine turned upside down, and we're taking off the foot pads. We're going to put actually casters on this so that I can move it around easier in the game room. Because right now they were just stationary. This is what was on there. So we're going to put casters. Okay, so here we have these casters. These have about a 90-pound rating per wheel. So we're going to put the 4 corners, and now I'm going to be able to roll this around easily and lock it in place. You can get these at your local Home Depot, Lowe's. Let's say, what did you pay that? $4 to $6 a piece? $6 a piece. It's going to make it easy for me to maneuver this around. Here we have the glass. We're going to take this glass out. It's going to take this one screw. That's really the only thing that's holding it. I believe it does go up underneath though. So hopefully we can take it off by loosening this up and sliding it out. We're going to clean the glass real well and clean behind on the screen. That is the next project. Okay, here you can see the glass is out. This we can clean. We're going to clean this off real well. We're going to clean the monitor and then put this back in place. Alright, so I marked the bottom. This is going to go back in place like so. You're going to have to hold that too. Okay. And put that one bolt back on there. And that'll make it nice and clean inside. Okay, so we got the molding on the sides, and now the casters are on here. You can see this is very easy to move around. You don't need a dolly or a hand truck. Now obviously to move it in a large area, but in your room around, this makes it a lot easier to manage.